What's going on, everybody? This is Mortym bringing you Stage 3 of the Maelstrom Arena as we move through it with the Venom Claw, the build I made for the Dark Brotherhood changes to the Dragon Knight. So, this one is a little challenging as the Venom Claw, and that's because we don't have a lot of gap closers to deal with these stranglers. So you really have to be paying attention to where they are spawning up so you can get them down as quickly as possible because you're going to have to run up to them. And unlike even melee builds with critical charge, we can't even just charge up to them. We have to actually walk over there. We can apply the Endless Hail on our way there, but it's a bit of a pain. Other than that, you're going to want to keep reflective scales up pretty often. Pretty much every round spawns a lot of ranged DPS, so the more you have reflective scales up, the better. Now, I died probably 3 times total doing this one, and it was a little difficult. It doesn't help that I kept accidentally bringing up screen. But just keep reflective scales up, attack the melee guys. This one took a little longer than I would have liked. I stepped in stupid stuff there. But a lot of these little mobs do not have a lot of health, so the quicker you can burn them down, the better. And I would tell you that Hidden Blade, Venomous Claw, and then I wouldn't even Blood Craze half the time. I would just spam them with Bloodthirst, because they're going to die really quickly. If you're unfamiliar with the build I'm using, there is a link to the build video below. Feel free to check it out if you're wondering about the specific skills. The Wamasu Queen's Pet has a decent amount of HP, especially compared to these little mobs, but still not a lot. Your dots are going to eat that thing alive once you get them all applied. So just kill this Strangler to restore some of my stamina. Kind of wasted a bit of it though. And round 2, same thing, a lot of range DPS. You're going to want to keep reflective scales up and then just burn through these mobs. The giant snakes hit harder than the other ones, so if you can have reflective scales up, kind of what I like to do at least is avoid the snake as much as I can other than my AoEs, and then kind of burn the little mobs down. For these Lamias, they are really easy, especially their spectral thing. If you can get up next to them and hit them like once or twice with Bloodthirst, they're pretty much dead already. So as long as you keep focusing down the Stranglers with your AoE if you have to, you should be good to go. That and Reflective Scales are pretty much going to save you this entire stage here. And of course, Igneous Shield and Vigor is just a fantastic combination. And because we have Igneous Shield, it actually keeps us from having to use champion points in quick recovery for our HP, so we can put more into Hardy and the... I forget which one does the spell damage instead of physical, but that one as well. So the problem with the Queen's Champion is he hits incredibly hard, and letting these Stranglers live while this guy up is a death sentence. They need to go down very quickly, because if she gets a lot of her, I think that's a she Argonian, I don't even know. But if they get their big heavy attacks off on you, you're just gonna die. You're gonna get caught in Stun City and die. So put the Stranglers down as quickly as you can. Use your persistent AoEs if you have to. But other than that, she shouldn't be a big deal. Make sure you block her uppercut, obviously, but not a big deal otherwise. I actually didn't die until I got to the Lamia Queen, and that was kind of my own bad, really. So I like to focus these Lamias down super quickly if I can get to them because they die so fast. Especially the ones that spawn the weird little spectral Lamia as well, because that thing will die super fast, and the ones that summon it have like no health. Okay, so we are nearing the end of the round where the weird hag raven type woman comes in. So both of those snakes took a lot of our AoE damage, but I wasn't paying quite enough attention, and that one survived longer than it should have, which annoys me. But other than that, so here's our little hag raven person as well as her 2 ranged people she summons in. So you want to put up 3, sorry, I forgot about that guy. So you want to put up reflective scales pretty much immediately before you start getting burned down with those. And as long as the water isn't electrically charged, you know, feel free to go ahead and track down the ranged ones because they don't have the health pool that the melee guy does. So once you've got that all taken care of, she's not too bad. She hits incredibly hard if you get close to her. It's the same as the other one. But that said, she moves slowly, and she actually attacks very slowly as well. What you have to worry about with her is the pull, because if she's in the water while it's charged and she pulls you, you're not going to make it. So, with the... I see those dots, I either forget to apply all of them sometimes, so the stranglers take a long time to die, so that was kind of my fault. So it caused me a bit of a fuss right there. But as long as you're paying attention and putting down the stranglers while she's up, as long as you dot her and then run away to the other mobs to get rid of them, it's really easy. So like I said, I did die on the Lamia Queen a couple times. I believe it was twice specifically. And that was actually, again, my bad. I just kind of got caught in her little screamy stun thing. So again, not really the build so much as my own fault. Because we have so much points in Hardy, her big melee hit is actually not as bad. It only does like 5,000 compared to the normal 8. And that's with about 50 points in the Hardy champion. But as you can see, I keep getting caught in her stun with this build. I forget to kind of weave in and out of her, basically. So when she spawns in her first mob, if I have Dawnbreaker of Smite, I like to use it. I almost died right there because I wasn't paying enough attention. But if I have Dawnbreaker, I like to use it to try to hit the melee one. That and Venomous Claw should kill her pretty much immediately. And the melee guys, very easy to get rid of as long as I'm not dodging other AoEs. Or getting caught in the stun 100 times like I really shouldn't have done. And again, you gotta keep track of the Stranglers as well. And I would tell you, most of the times that I have died on this round are trying to kill those Stranglers and getting caught in something else I wasn't paying attention to. Like, the Strangler behind me lives forever because I wasn't paying that much attention. I was confident that my Endless Hail was going to kill it completely, so it lived a very long time, slowing us down a great deal. So, other than that, though, it's pretty easy. She spawns her adds at 75, 50, and then I believe 25% health. It's a miracle I didn't die right there, by the way. But the second spawn is actually the easiest to deal with because it's just one of these snakes. And while the snake's melee hits pretty hard, they get caught up in their animations, much like the Centurion. And it's very easy to put down because they'll be so busy with their animation priority that you can just step behind them, dot them, and then bloodthirst them to death. So, while all that's going on, we're of course doing damage. I went ahead and grabbed the power-up right here just to push the rest of it through. I was getting a little annoyed from having to run all over the arena at this point, which again, some of that was my own fault. As you can see there, we pretty much killed that Strangler before it even spawned, which is the nice one. So here's the last one she does. They are both ranged, if my memory serves. So, yeah, they're both ranged, I'm pretty sure. So, put them down. The Lamias, again, they have no health, so as long as you hit them and you're paying attention to your stamina bar and all that, which these arenas, the ones with the little islands you have to run back and forth with, this one and stage 5 are just awful on your stamina as this build. Because you have to run through them because you're taking damage from not, the shock on this one and then the water on stage 5. And just running from island to island is murdering you. But there it is, stage 3 as the Venom Claw. Not too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the build and hopefully you'll subscribe. Have a good one.